Welcome back to another video, and to be honest, it's probably going to be the video that changes your life. So living like this, where I think about death daily, has created a beautiful life. I want to make it clear, this is not a video if you're listening to this podcast. It's not content around making impulsive choices, but rather understanding that death is inevitable. And because of that, I'm going to live a life of meaning. I'm going to live a life with intention. I've always been labeled as the impulsive person, the free spirit, the empath, the sensitive. And I don't subscribe to any of these labels anymore. I don't believe that labels are really helpful. I realized that with time and therapy and soul searching, that it's not actually about the labels, right? It's the fact that I live life as if death could be tomorrow. It's not the fact that I'm an empath, but rather the fact that I apologize quickly, right? Because I know that this could all end tomorrow. It's not that I'm impulsive, but it's I know how to attach and detach, because my intention is to live an intentional life. First of all things, I don't make impulsive choices like buying things and living in excess. In fact, I'm in the process of decluttering my home. And that's quite hard when you have children. I do not want to live in excess, because I understand that the moments that matter most are the little moments, the precious moments, the people in my life. When I die, this is not going to come with me. When I die, people are not going to remember what was on my body, what was in my home. I'm so much more focused on things that matter. Now, I've already told you guys that I literally navigate my relationships based on life or death, because I know how precious life is, and because I remind myself of that daily. You will always know where I stand with you. If I love you, you know, right? If I have to set boundaries with you, you know. Everything is clear. I do not leave anything unpatched, because I know the fragility of life. Because I live this life and have done for a long time, I feel no way about apologizing. Death to my ego. What is ego? When you're able to apologize, relationships are restored, right? Because I feel like every relationship is a two-way street. If there's no abuse involved, it is a two-way street, right? Now, that doesn't mean that I'm like hunky-dory, happy and positive with everyone in my life, although I consider myself quite a naturally positive person. But it does mean that I leave every experience with clarity. Also, because I have this mindset in relationships, I'm able to accept rejection very easily. When you choose someone, you are saying, I want to do life with you, right? You're saying, I want to experience the good, I want to experience the bad, I want to, have you in my life. When you reject someone, you are saying you don't want to do any of that. I would rather, I could live life without you, and I'd be content going tomorrow without you. And that's how I measure my relationships. If you don't want to do life with me, you're saying that, this is life or death, and you don't want to do it with me. Because I have that mindset, I'm able to almost place that into the other person's body, and they're saying they don't want to do life with me, so therefore I'm not of value to them. So I can detach. I'm a mum, and honestly, being a mum is going to change your thoughts on death as a whole anyway. I'm on this wave of prioritizing experiences for them over things, because of this thought system, right, of thinking about death daily, and not in an anxious way, but in a way that I understand that every day is a new experience for me and my children. Every day, and I know it's hard when you're a mother, but I do it every time I have my kids. I'm a teacher, so I'm off with them. We're out, we're exploring. When I go out, we're learning, they're learning, we're learning simultaneously, together. And it's just such a beautiful experience. My life is less stressful, right, with this mindset. Because I understand that this is fleeting. Because I live with this mindset, I'm able to naturally practice gratitude, right? I'm able to see the beauty in every day. I'm able to go out and to not react you know, not react to what's going on around me, because I acknowledge that there's no point. It's not worth it. You know, I prioritize my time because I know that time is precious. There is no time for bad blood. There is no time for relationships that you know, if it's not conducive for both, there's no time for that. There's no time for the arguments. There's no time for the contention. There's no time for me to stress about this. There's no time. But what there is time for is the precious moments. What there is time for are things that matter. What there is time for is moving with intention. Because I live with this mindset, intention is very important for me, okay? To live a life of meaning. That means every choice I make is made wisely. If that means a choice of a partner, if that means a choice of a friendship, or whatever, if it means a choice of a job, it's going to be intentional, right? Because I acknowledge that this could all be over tomorrow, my partner is going to be the wisest choice in my life, knowing, right, that they are the biggest influence in my life, and knowing that they can change my behaviors, knowing that, and it's not about control, right? It's about facts. The energy around you becomes you. And so because this person in my life is the most important part of my life, I have to choose that person with intention. My partner cannot subtract from my life in such a vicious way, you know, because give and take, but he can't subtract from my life. I'm so grateful for what I have. I acknowledge that the little things are the big things in my life. And so these small little moments, this beautiful little moment, this huge moment, this wedding, this, you know, whatever it is, I'm gonna take it all in, and I'm gonna pull the best parts of my day, because I want to see the beauty before, you know, it's all over. I just find it so bizarre, an experience that we all, absolutely all of us, will go through in our lives, and yet we don't speak about it enough. The reality is, to live is just such a blessing. I feel like you only ever really see that blessing when death is upon us. And imagine if we thought about the process of it all being over daily. And if you've done that every day, just how much would you live?